question.
Rodney, obviously there was a chance for you to leave, but you didn't. What brought you back to Pitt this offseason?
My brothers, the coaches, and what happened last year, I got to shake back from that. I can't have that on my name, so I'd rather shake back and just dig myself out of this hole that we was in last year.
Running to your third offensive coordinator. What are some of the challenges you're finding to try to get in with this new offense that you guys are running?
I can say I'm old now, so catching up to a playbook, that's not really hard for me. So I did it before. I know what to do, and make sure I know what I do so I can coach my young guys.
What is it, I think, that you're coaching some of the young guys, the faster pace and the way that you guys are going to play in Kate Bell's offense?
I'm coaching them like you never know when it's your chance. So I make sure what they doing before they get in the game. Make sure they watching the play, watching what's going on, not on the sideline just talking.
Rodney, you mentioned digging out of it. How do you dig out of it?
We win. We put up numbers on everybody we play this year. 3-9, that's not gonna happen again. Promise you that.
How valuable do you think it's been for the offense as a whole to have guys like Gavin since really played the Bell's offense before?
It's good because like Dez, he a leader. I ain't gonna lie, he a leader, and he show us what to do. So he already did it, so he know what to do. He coaching us up. He makes sure we know what to do. I mean, it's some new stuff. I mean, we telling him what to do. He telling us what to do. I mean, I like Dez. He came in and he's like a brother already.
There may be times that you guys snap the ball maybe 10 or 15 seconds between each play. How do you guys play in an offense like that?
I like that. A defense, you got to be ready for that. Like I say, we're going to wear out a lot of defenses. If you don't have backups, you're not going to be able to keep up with us at all. I mean, even if you got good backups, I don't think you'll be able to keep up with us.
Rodney, was it weird for you to have to get to know an entirely new offensive staff? I mean, you've had new OCs, but a lot of your assistant coaches have been around the whole time.
It was kind of new. I mean, it kind of felt different, but Coach L, I ain't gonna lie, Coach L, I really appreciate him. He keep me up and like he makes sure I'm on point. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. He called me on it. Like he called me when I'm on vacation, no matter what it is. He gonna call me and make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like Coach L, I got a lot of respect for him. Like I could say, I ain't never had a coach like him that's gonna push me since I've been like in college.
Familiar with his game?
You said, am I familiar with his game?
Yeah, like when he was a player.
Nah, not yet. I'm gonna do my research on it and see what he's talking about.
When he talked to us, he used the phrase "no bluff, no rock." What has he brought to that? Like, what kind of intensity, mindset has he brought to the entire group?
He brought no loafing at all. No matter what you're doing, make sure you get into the ball, getting set, doing what you're supposed to do. We ain't loafing at all. We always running. Make sure you saying what you got to do, and don't be soft. That's what I can say. Don't be soft.
Rodney, what did you see from Nate this offseason?
You say it one more time. Nate, he really like improving leadership, skills, whatever. I trust Nate 100%. So I believe in Nate. Nate believe in me. So we're good.
Rodney, some people assume there would be a lot more departures than there really were this offseason. Guys like you, Gavin, Brandon, all coming back. I mean, were you surprised to see so few people leave, or is that just kind of how the culture is here, that you guys didn't want to leave business unfinished?
I could say we ain't want to leave business unfinished. A lot of us ain't want to just leave with that bad rep on our name. You can't just go out there 3-9 and then when stuff get tough, you leave. No, I'm not that type of person. And I believe everybody else that came back, they're not them type of people. So when stuff get bad, we're going to stay down until we come up. We cool.
Other than obviously the 3 wins, the record, what bothered you the most about last season?
What bothered me the most? What bothered me the most? Of course, losing. The season was just so quick. No bowl game, none of that. It don't feel right, and I just felt like we weren't able to compete for like the big things like championships and bowl games and stuff like that. So like I said, we're not letting that happen again. I promise you that.
Were you disappointed in your individual performance from last year? Do you feel like you could have done more?
Of course. We was 3-9. Of course, I'm disappointed in myself. Because there's no way I'm on the team and like let that happen. So I'm always be disappointed in myself. If my team don't finish, I'm disappointed in me and everybody else in the room.
Rodney, from what you've seen for the first couple of days, spring workouts plus
Yes, like completely, yes. When I say from the younger guys that just got here to the older guys, everybody in the room trying to lead. I'm talking about don't matter what position it is, everybody leading everybody. Everybody coming to work. We ain't showing up late. We doing what we supposed to do.
What's different about Derek this year?
Derek, he a new person this year. He doing everything he's supposed to do. I ain't gonna lie, I'm proud of Derek because like when I say he's stepping up big time. He being a real vet, like doing what a leader's supposed to do. He coming in here, getting treatment. He here early, making sure the whole running back room up. We here on time. Yeah, Derek, I got a lot of respect for Derek too, though.
Are running backs going to have to catch more passes in this offense than maybe they have in the past?
Oh yes, sir, yes, sir. You got to come guard. If you ain't ready to guard, shoot, it's gonna be a long game for whoever.
What did you think when Cade came on and then you started reading about that offense? Is that something, like, what's that transition going to be like for you to play at that kind of speed?
That's big time. I ain't gonna lie, that's big time. Like I said, it's a lot of spread. You don't really know what we doing. You don't know we running, we passing. Like, you can't just predict us and just think you're going to get in this defense and stop everything we do. No. You can't load the box. You got to really play some regular defense. So it's going to be tough for a lot of teams.
Anything else?
Thank you.
We'll open up for questions.
What have you noticed about this new offense getting to go up against the first time?
Oh, they're fast, real quick tempo. So you don't really got time to think. You got time just to go. It's both ways. They got to line up fast. We got to line up fast. We got to be prepared. We can't. It's no time just to think. It's just you got to go out there and play every time.
Is that going to make you guys better?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Going against a tempo team, obviously last year offense was a tempo, so we had time between the plays to think and stuff. So now it just makes us more mentally tough and more mentally aware to line up fast and just do our assignment as quick as possible. And it always makes us better because in the season we're going to face tempo teams, and I feel like our offense is the best tempo I've seen so far being in college. So facing them is going to make it easier during the season.
How does your role change?
Good.
Rodney just said that he thinks the tempo could wear out because of defenses. Do you feel that way?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Once the offense gets going, rhythm, and front 1-2 plays, defensive linemen, they're big guys, so they're going to start to get tired, and it makes it easier for running lanes, for passing lanes, and everything. So it should be a great year.
How's your role changed?
My role, last year I was becoming that leader. Now this year I'm definitely like the leader. Like me, Don, and PJ, we all leaders in that safety room because we all got a bunch of experience and have starts on our belt. But I feel like my role is a leader and just help the young guys go along with the playbook. Even if you're not in my position group, like linebackers, D-line, just help you like off the field and just be a leader off the field and on the field too.
When the offense has a lot of major changes, but does the defense have anything that we may notice different this year?
We always do tweaks. We always look at ourselves, self-scout, and just make from last year to this year. Obviously we didn't play up to our standard last year, so it's always everything to get better at. We don't play up to your standards, so we always getting better on defense for sure.
Ryan, they're also telling us that there's a mentality like 3 wins isn't going to happen again. What can you tell us about the mood, the talk around the team about improving that way?
It's just confidence, We walk in this building and everybody here has confidence that we're not 3-19. We know that. We last year we did not play up to our standard at all. Like, we're built on them pillars back there, attitude, effort, toughness, knowledge, and I feel like we ain't had none of them pillars last year. So we trying to incorporate them pillars to our game, and when we do that, we're going to have the result we want to have as long as the work we put in.
You're a guy who loves breaking down the film. What did you see from your film this past season that you pinpointed and realized that, hey, I need to work on certain things? What have you been working on?
More of the little stuff, I feel like I'm a good football player, but like the little stuff can make you turn to an average football player on some plays, and I feel like that made me turn to an average football player on some plays, like just my alignment, maybe just my eyes in the right spot at the right time. So I feel like the little stuff for me is going to turn over to the big things, allow me to make even more better plays and make plays on the ball.
This year, last year, the safety group maybe was not as formed as it is now. How much have you seen just your group of guys grow together over the last year and be a more established group this year?
I feel like we had major growth even through the season last year. Me, Don, PJ, we grew so much from week 1 to week 12. Now from the winter to the spring, I could just see all of our growth, from on the field, from off the field. Like, our growth, even together as our role, because, we all rotate. There's knowing how Donovan played, then knowing how PJ played. We all just, I feel like I can mesh with all 2 of them people, and we can just play better together. And I feel like we're growing as, better players, just with confidence-wise. Confidence on that field to tell everybody what to do, what they need to do, and like have no second guesses to nobody around us.
Showing up what Shelby was saying, how is it different in the secondary to have the safeties have more experience in the corners?
I think it's a good thing, because the safety really the heart of the defense, any defense to me, because you basically that quarterback to me, that safety. So when that safety's had that experience and you can talk over with the corners, even though they're younger guys, you can talk over what you see, what they saw, and you can learn from each other, see how one corner likes to play certain formations while another corner likes to play certain formations. So it's good for the safeties to have that experience, and we can talk to the younger corners and get them on the same beat as us.
Who's been impressing you from that?
All of them. Gandy, Mamba, Mondo, Avante. It's all the corners. They all had good days. Noah Bigelow, they all had good days. First 2 days, they all solid. We all it's the first 2 days of spring too, though. So it's 13 more days. So it's a long spring. You can't go off 2 days.
Who's Mamba?
Tamarion Crumpler. My bad.
How do you get that name?
I can't even tell you. He just came here with it. Just came with the name Mamba. Yeah.
Anything else for Javon?
Playmaking ability, I feel like last year I had a good season, but it could have turned to a great season with my I had 4 missed stops, not 5 missed stops. So I feel like if I just catch some picks, I could have had a great season. Could have been, did what I wanted to do personally, achieve my dreams. So if I do that, I feel like I turn the table and I do what I do.
Who's a young guy on your defense right now that you think not enough people know about who's going to be a big difference maker?
Cruz Brookins, for sure. He's going to be that playmaker. He's going to be that. He's a safety behind Don. He's a second boundary safety. He's going to be a player. Trust me, he's going to be a player here.
Javon?
Brother.
Tight end number 86, Gavin Bartholomew. We'll open up for questions.
Gavin, you used to the tempo yet?
Getting there. Yeah, it's a lot quicker than what I'm used to. But all the guys are picking it up, and I think I am as well too.
How do you view it as an advantage for your group to be able to play this?
Just these last 2 days, just realizing how fast we're going. The defense, it's a lot harder for them, I feel like. To see them with their hands on their hips, almost like they're not getting ready to line up, and we're lined up ready to go. So I think we definitely have the advantage there.
What is a tight end's role in this offense?
Everything. Actually, Coach Bell was coming in the other day saying how, we got a big role in this offense and that, he has high expectations and, we all expect to meet them. And, it's almost right behind like the quarterback for the offense.
You expect to get more opportunities this year?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
You make your decision to return, and then the whole offensive staff essentially changed. Was that weird for you having to meet so many assistants? You never really had to do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was definitely a little bit of a change. My first time meeting a new coaching staff, but so far it's been great. Coach Dews did a great job with this hire. Absolutely killed it. Coach Bro, bringing the energy every day. It keeps us going and it keeps everyone on the team going.
There were obviously a lot of factors when you decided to come back, but I have this one of them is believing that the tight ends would get the ball, the tight ends would be involved in the offense. What kind of conversations did you have at Cade in December to give you confidence that the tight ends are going to be involved?
Yeah, no, I just expressed how, I want to be able to, try and help the team out. Nothing selfish or anything, just that, I feel like I could help the team out a little more. Pretty much that, and just, try and get me more involved, maybe move me around a little bit more. And, so it went good.
What did they say to you to give you that confidence?
Yeah, they said it would, so yeah.
Nate's obviously been running with the ones, and that's something that you expressed, there's another reason that you want to come back. The opportunity to play with him. How do you feel he's doing in this new offense so far?
He's doing a great job. He's got the biggest job right now. I feel like, he's trying to get guys lined up. We're going so fast that some guys, might not have it down 100%, but, he's always there to, hey, you got to line up there or, just with the O-line, with the protection and everything. And he's doing a great job with this new offense.
Yeah, was there a sense among the team like, this kid's are like Nate's deserves these opportunities?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like a little bit there, just because he's been, waiting there a little bit. But, we got a bunch of other great quarterbacks that are, fighting for a spot, just like Nate is. Nothing's set in stone. But, he's doing a great job.
Rodney was talking about how a decision for him to come back was based a lot on he won last year being his final year, his final statement. How much did that pressure weigh on your decision, and how does it feel that a lot of these guys are still motivated by that coming into this season?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I felt like, last year definitely wasn't great, but I want to leave my name on a good season, on a good note, with a great team, and I think this year we have a tremendous team.
Kind of along those lines, we've talked with a lot of guys about sort of the mindset around this building, and maybe the vibe around this building coming off a season like that, especially for guys like you that were on the 21 team, on the ACC. What do you sense from the team? What is kind of the mindset right now coming out of it?
That's a good question. I'd say like a little bit of like hungriness almost, and like an edge on you, just because we got a new offense coming in. Everyone wants to learn it, go out there and show the coaches they can play, but also like prove that we can win games, prove it to ourselves that we are a good team and that we can win a championship.
Is it different? I mean, just point of view wise, your freshman year, you guys were the ACC champs. Going into your sophomore year, you were number 17 in the country to start. You had high expectations at the start of your junior year as well. There are a lot of people doubting you guys now. Your win total is projected to be like 5. Is that just, do you enjoy kind of being doubted like that? Does that give extra motivation?
Yeah, definitely a little bit, just because, we, as a team, like we know what we can do. We have belief in ourselves and in the team. So, no one really pays attention to that. And if they do, it's more of like a, like screw them, we're better than that. So. Jake, man, Jake's a great tight end. Great teammate. He's picking up with this offense great. On Saturdays we were throwing. Just a great tight end that I'm able to learn with and grow.
This is the third offense you had to learn during your career. How challenging has that been going through? And do you feel like it's easier now when you have to pick up a new offense in your second season?
It's definitely challenging. In a way, I feel like it just makes me a better player, just having to adapt to all the different offenses and coaching styles. But it's been a little tough, but I think we'll be all right.
Bit of an outside the box question. Are you going to be in the new college football video game? Did you agree on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can you just tell us a little bit about that, like that process, that decision, like what goes into that?
As far as
Like, do they ask you, like, how do you determine it?
I downloaded an app and signed up, and then that was that. So I did what I was told. Yeah.
Tell the other guys, like, hey, should we do it? Like,
They sent out like a teamwork. They sent out like to the team that hey, like if you guys want to opt in, like go ahead and download this.
So you're excited to be in it?
Oh, absolutely. I've been waiting for this for a while.
You get to really ball yourself a couple times.
I might have to. Yeah.
Are you curious about like your ratings, like what they do my speed?
I'm gonna lowball them all just so that way I don't, I don't know. But whatever. It's just a video game.
We get me insulted if they don't have your like vertical up because you have vertical.
I better have some bunnies on the game. So.
Anything else for Gavin? All right, thank you.
Thank you guys.
You see me again.
At one point, I didn't think I'd see it. Since you brought it up, what went into your decision in the offseason? Go into the portal and come out of the portal?
When you go, like, I was here at that point for 5 years. You kind of, sometimes you go through that point in your life, but when you leave and come back, sometimes you realize how special a place is and how really special your teammates are when you do something like that. You talk to other coaches, you talk to other places, and you realize that it's hard to find an ideal and a culture like we have here. Even though like everybody's going to bring up last season wasn't exactly what you want in a season, especially at a Power 5 level, or anywhere for that matter. You realize how close the team sticks together and how much you grow in times of adversity.
Did the coaches talk to you about they coach you into coming back, or they make your own decision?
I talked to a lot of the coaching staff throughout that process. Coach Manilak called me pretty much every day, talking to me about what's going on. Is there any chance that I could come back? And really feeling that love from not just Coach Manilak, but the rest of the coaching staff that did reach out to me. Really makes you well known how much you enjoy a place and how much of an impact that I think I'd like to think that I made here and that they've made on me throughout the years.
What was his reaction when you told him to come?
I think it was happy on both accounts. I think both of us were ecstatic that I made a decision. Personally, I hated that process while I was going through it in high school. For lack of a better term, I don't like people blowing smoke, and it's a lot of the sorry. That as many people know, that's a lot of the coaching, or not the coaching, the recruiting aspect of things is telling you what you want to hear. I don't like that.
What was more difficult, your decision to return or talking through that noise when you're answering that question? I'm just joking.
I don't know. That was pretty tough.
Yeah. Was it awkward at all? Like, you know, having to return, like, you tell everyone, hey, I'm gone. Like, I'm going to the portal. You continue those conversations, but was it awkward for you to say, like, hey, like, I know you might have started planning to fill my spot, but, like, I want to come back. Was it awkward on your end at all?
Are you referring to from the coaching staff perspective or from the
Your
players?
interaction, like letting them know, like, hey, I might come back. Was that awkward for you at all?
From the coaching staff perspective, it was. I had the feeling they always wanted me to come back regardless. It wasn't like I like. I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this, but it wasn't as if I didn't have any other place to go. I don't want you to think that. It was more. This is my home.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, this is the home that I didn't necessarily want to leave at the time. I felt as though like it was time to kind of step out, but realizing that this is home, this is where I belong. These are the people that I've come to call family throughout the years that I couldn't imagine the day without right now. Like it's hard to leave something like that fully behind, especially when like coaches come to see your families. Like they come to see, they know everybody on a first name basis. They ask you how your mom's doing, how your dad's doing, how your grandparents are doing. They know everything about you at this point. So that is family, especially when they care about you so much.
What do you guys have to do to get back to playing your style of defense compared to how you guys have been when you've been here with you guys been a lot better?
I think we just need to get that edge back, which is something I think that we've strived for over the past 2 days of spring practice. You can feel it and see it in the air already, as far as how we attack the football, how we pursue the ball, how we're striving to make little changes on defense to make sure that we get back to how we once were in 2021, 2022. Last year was a hiccup. I don't want people to think that that's who we are as a football team, because it's not. At the end of the day, we are a smash-mouth, blue-collar football team that's going to try and knock your teeth out your back end. So that's how we approaching this spring ball, getting back to what we're doing, how we've done it in the past, and who we really are.
That would give you the belief that 3-win was a hiccup, and what are you guys doing to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, the mentality we have here is not a 3-win football team. The mentality we have here is we're going to walk out and dominate every play, every snap, every second of a football game, and let you know that you're playing the Pitt Panthers. And that's the ideal that we've set forth in the past. You look in the back, one of our 4 pillars is toughness. That's something that we maybe lapsed on a little bit last year, but that's no more. We're a tough football team. We're going to show people how tough we are in the coming games.
How do you see young linebackers like Brandon and Bushy develop over the course of last offseason and throughout the entire season?
Oh, they've developed like nothing I've ever seen from a young crew. They're very professional. They're very much in tune with their craft. They're here late. They're here early. They're here studying film. They're here trying to get their bodies right, recovering, doing everything like a professional would, alongside of doing classes. Because again, we are student athletes. So at the end of the day, they're doing everything like a professional. Like they're here year 4 or 5. They're doing things like you should, and they're coming along great. The leaps and strides from Monday to today is outstanding. The little details that they've improved upon in 2 days, that we've all improved upon in 2 days, is outstanding. You can tell the attention to detail is there, just like an old guy.
I know it's early, but are you kind of running the show from the linebacker position?
I wouldn't say running the show, because I'd say it's more of a collective. Like as far like if you guys are out of practice, you see Braylon running to Mike. Braylon's really stepping foot into that role, showing who he is. You're getting young guys like Jeremiah Marcelin who are starting to come around, understand what's going on. We're running things like we should run things. It's everybody's holding everybody else accountable, and they're accepting accountability for mistakes. That's what we need to do to continue and going forward to make sure that we are a better football team.
Just circle back about what you said about how the assistants, they know your family and everything. I mean, you've been around college football through all these changes.
Yeah.
And it is a lot harder to get to know everyone's family now as a coach because of the roster turnover year by year. What does that say about your coaching staff, that despite so many coming and going guys, you know, the portal and everything, that they still make that effort to know every single guy here on a personal level?
At the end of the day, a coach is not just a coach. He's a father figure. He's a member of your family. He's someone to guide you instead of some of your family that isn't here with you at the moment. So that being said, that at the end of the day, that will never change. Like you can say NIL changes this, NIL changes that. We come here to play football. If you go someplace just to sign a check or get a check, you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it for what football can do for you, not for what you can do for football, not be for the love of the game. And I think that's what a lot of the coaching staff here really instills in a lot of us. Is at the end of the day, like, you can say I want to do this for the money, but then you ain't going to be doing it for the money long. This is where you're at right now. You have to be where your feet are. You got to love the game. You got to approach it with that love, or else you're never going to get better. That's what the coaching staff instills in us. That's why they're one of the best coaching staffs in the land.
Do you see how these new things in the game have kind of made their jobs harder? And with that observation, do you also recognize their extra effort to continue, preaching the same message?
Yeah, I can see it's definitely added another layer, I guess you could say, because it is what it is. It's the name of the game. It's how the game is transformed over since I've been in school. Heck, when I started, you couldn't do that. You got in trouble. People were passing it out in Arby's bags other places, but at the end of the day, like, it just adds another facet, another thing they have to deal with, which I think they've done a phenomenal job. As you've looked at the kids that we bring in, we don't bring in just kids that are good football players. We bring in kids of character, kids that belong here and want to be here, not just that aren't just here for a check.
Anything else for Brandon?
So like you guys will practice against, getting ready for Tennessee or other tempo teams.
Mhm.
Like, that's the offense you're playing against every day. What's that like for defense?
It's definitely a little bit interesting. Most of the time, we don't see tempo until later on in the season. Like, we've had an offense in the past couple of years that's run a lot of 12 and 13 personnel, real slow, huddle it up. That's no more. Coach Bell has done an awesome job bringing it in, teaching guys signals where where our offensive guys haven't really had to learn signals before, and they're definitely going at a fast tempo. So for the defense, we've seen it before, but we haven't seen it this early. So I think it's really helping us out and helping us make sure our eyes are disciplined, making sure we know our assignment through in and out, making sure we know everything that goes on throughout the game, not just your job. So seeing that coming forth at this early in the game, practice 1 of spring ball and practice 2, seeing the growth that they've made is phenomenal. I think it's going to be one heck of a show. Key Thompson's definitely shown a lot of maturity, especially being around us right now. He's fit in. He hasn't. Sometimes guys come in, they don't really know how to maneuver, I guess, because especially being an older guy, you're so used to a different system. But Key has done a wonderful job of kind of melding in, learning, asking questions, acting like a professional, doing everything he needs to do to make sure he's ready when his number's called, making sure he's doing everything he needs to do so we can attack the day, make sure we're all good for this coming season.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, guys.
Brandon?